So on today's Crowley Connect, I have the honor of welcoming someone who proudly serves our nation and our state and leads a critical unit right here in Milwaukee County. Today, I have Colonel Adria Zuccaro, the commander of the 128th Air Refueling Wing, General Mitchell Air National Guard Base, joins us on the Connect. The Colonel is responsible for more than 900 personnel assigned to the wing who support the worldwide mission. And her command comprises 4 groups and a wing headquarters that meet state and national mission taskings. Colonel Zuccaro, it's great to have you on. It's a pleasure to have you on the Crowley Connect.
Well, thank you so much, Executive Crowley. It's so nice to be here. And from the men and women of the 128th, the Bruce City Tankers, it certainly is a privilege to be on your show today.
I've had the pleasure and the honor of spending some time on the base visiting you and your wonderful staff there. So can you share just more about the unit, its mission, and what it means to Milwaukee County?
Absolutely. So you are correct. We were formed, the Air Force was formed, or the Air National Guard. And by 1961, we got our first tanker, the KC-97. And then in 1977, we got our current platform, which is the KC-135. So we've been flying the KC-135 tanker for 45 years here in Milwaukee County. Now, our core mission is air refueling. So we take our tankers, we go up airborne, and we refuel all sorts of fighters and bombers, cargo airplanes as well. It's what gives our Air Force the ability to take mobility worldwide. But we have airmen across all skill sets. In order to do that air refueling mission, we have people that are personnelist all the way to pilots. So it takes medical, it takes finance, technological experts, maintenance, food services, civil engineering, firemen, essentially every job that you would find in a small city.
Wow. It sounds like you are the county executive in your own world. So
we have our own little, we're 100 acres, 99 and a little bit of change. So we're all, our base is pretty compact. But we are your hometown Air Force right here in Milwaukee. And our members are integral to the local community. 2/3 of our 1,000 members are traditional guardsmen, which means that they come out to drill 1 week in a month, a couple weeks during the year, but the rest of the time they're embedded in the community. They're teachers, they're doctors, they're farmers, they're engineers. So they serve the world right from home.
That is awesome. And, you know, as I mentioned, I had the pleasure of visiting your staff and actually seeing the operations, as well as being able to board one of your refueling planes just before the holidays. And over the holidays, your team pulled together a special North Pole event for kids, which was a really special experience. Can you share a little bit more about that event, as well as how long you've been doing it and what the kids and the families feel about that particular experience?
Absolutely. So it is a wonderful event that we have been participating in for decades. It's actually run by an organization that's called Flight to the North Pole, which is a local volunteer organization. Now, they've spread outside of Milwaukee, originated here, but they have spread out, I think, to like 20 or more cities are now doing this. But we are the original, and we're so flattered to be part of it. This year, we had 17 families that had children who are experiencing significant illness of some sort. And they come out in the airport and the Flight to the North Pole and the wing and Signature Air. We just create this kind of window where maybe they can just for a few moments enjoy the magic of the holiday. And they fly to the North Pole where Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and some special friends meet them. And the families have always been pretty responsive to this. They've really enjoyed just having a moment as a family to enjoy something special. And the volunteers, I don't know who enjoys it more, the volunteers or the families that participate, but everybody walks away from this event feeling as if it is really giving back to each other.
Well, that's awesome, continuing to provide that service. Now, Colonel, before I close out and ask you the question that I have asked all of my guests on the Crowley Connect, I do want to offer you the opportunity to share more about the 128th Air Refueling Wing. Do you have any upcoming plans this coming year? And how can Milwaukee County residents learn more about your unit?
So we do have a special event coming up in February. It's the Wisconsin Inspire Forward Works program. We're having we're co-hosting for the first time a Wisconsin AI Summit, so Artificial Intelligence Summit. And the event takes place at Northwest Mutual, and it's partnered with panelists from the NSA, the ArcWorks, the Space Force, the U.S. Army, UW system, our wing, and Northwest Mutual. So it really is a conglomeration of organizations coming together to really take a look at AI and machine learning, and then how the local community and businesses can interact with the government and the DoD at large. And it's all part of a really good program. The Wisconsin Inspire, we got a grant that allows them to work on some technology using some of the wing's assets. And then, but they'll take that on, and I have no doubt that they'll take that into the national arena. So we really like partnering with our local businesses and our local community. But other ways that, and other things that we have coming up is the Scout Day in April. So last year we had hundreds of scouts. I've lost track. I think it was 300 BSA and a couple hundred Girl Scouts. And we bring them out to the base for a day, work them through some merit badges, and just kind of allow them to see what goes on out here. So that's a good way. The Milwaukee Air and Water Show, we participate in that. You'll see us flying over. And then if you go out to Oshkosh for EAA, that's where you can actually take a tour of our aircraft. But the best way, if you want to learn about us, anybody can learn about us. If you look up in the Milwaukee sky, pretty much, I would say at least 4 out of the 7 days a week, and you see a gray airplane that has 4 engines, that's a tanker. Very few aircraft have 4 engines. We're quiet, so you're not going to hear us necessarily, but if you look up and you see a big gray airplane with 4 engines hanging off and a boom that's coming out of the belly of the fuselage, that's us. And we invite you to come to our Facebook page. We have some good resources there. We also have a teachers, we call it Teachers and Preachers Flight, where we bring out local pastors and teachers, and they actually go fly and see the mission firsthand. So you can find information through our Facebook page about that. But also, we love coming out and talking, and visiting. So if you have a school or program or civic organization and you would like a 128th member to come out, please send us a request, and we will do our best to fulfill those.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Colonel. It seems like you guys are not short of being busy, and we truly appreciate that. And so if you are viewing and you heard all the different dates and events that are happening, please feel free to reach out to the 128th Air Refueling Wing and just get involved. We want people to know that they are right here in our backyard, and we always should make sure that we're doing what we can to show our service members that we truly appreciate them. Now, Colonel, as I always do, I close every Crowley Connect asking our guests their favorite thing about Milwaukee County. So, Colonel Zuccaro, what is your favorite thing about Milwaukee County?
Well, first, I'm going to have to say congrats on being one of the top 25 destinations to travel to in the world by Nat Geo. I just learned that. That's a huge, and as a world traveler, I would say I agree. But my very personal favorite thing about Milwaukee is the sunrise over Lake Michigan. I see it almost every day because I come to work quite often and I drive down, and it's a magical time. And the shout out is to the park system that we have that allows people to see the sunrise uninhibited every single day that they want to get up before it does. So that is my personal favorite.
Awesome. That is awesome. That is my favorite as well. I truly believe the parks are the beating heart of many communities, especially right here within Milwaukee County, because we have a very special park system. Absolutely. And so, Colonel, I just want to say thank you again for your time today. And most importantly, I just want to say thank you and to the 128th Air Refueling Wing, to all of the servicemen and women for your service. We truly appreciate it. And I also want to say thank you to our viewers as well. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Crowley Connect, and we'll see you the next time around. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.